everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Papa Powell going on the microphone. Papa Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. Started. Why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what is up, you beautiful people? I am just waking up from a nap, so hopefully I don't sound too sleepy. And I'm also smashing a Coca-Cola, no sugar, so I could wake up a little bit. I put my alarm at 7:50, got in a quick 30-minute nap, got home, made my thumbnail, all the other fun stuff, and then got a quick 30-minute nap in before the stream so I could feel a little refreshed, feel good, ready to stream. And here we are, locked and loaded. Boy, oh boy, what a FOMC Wednesday did we have. What an end to the month did we have. Markets rallied higher later on in the day, having a big, nice green day today. It pulled back after having a green day, but then, you know, even that pullback got sustained right back when we popped right back up to the north side on the QQQ and the S&P 500. But the IWM didn't actually do that. IWM went up and then got slammed right back to the downside. So lots to talk about. We also have stocks that reported earnings today after hours. Some big names over there: Meta, ARM, Qualcomm, Carvana. So some good names over there for us to see how they set up for possible trades, read their earnings reports, get ready for stocks that are reporting tomorrow pre-market, and also chart stocks that reported this week, stocks like Microsoft, AMD, and all that other fun stuff. So if you're here to learn about the stock market or find out what I'm interested to trade tomorrow, then you're at the right spot. I'm your host, TraderPrad. We stream stock market related content Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 p.m. Let's quickly say hello to our beautiful viewers in the chat. We got Dieter, Victoria, and TH. Hi, Victoria. How was your day? You had a nap today. You had to nap after today. I can understand that. This heat outside, I mean, it's like, what, 30 degrees Celsius over here? That heat outside, especially wearing this hoodie, by the time I got home, I was so energy drained. Absolutely, like, zilch of energy. So I had to quickly make a thumbnail, Bang, 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 bang. Make thumbnail, grab a nap it. So I understand exactly. You have a pillow stamp in the face. Do I probably will have one soon because I'm gonna be napping for the rest of the stream like this anyways. This is how I intend to be streaming, be nap. Oh, this actually sounds pretty comfortable, boys. Oh, this feels pretty comfortable if you ask me. Sleeping stream? Anyone into sleep streams? I don't know how people watch sleep streams. That shit's pretty weird. Watching somebody else sleep is so weird, and people just do that. They just sit there, watch people sleep, and they just keep paying money to like disturb that person's sleep. It's crazy. I don't understand it. But streamers, maybe one day if I get big enough, I'll be asked to do that from my viewers, and I might have to. So we'll see what happens when we get there. But for now, we only have to worry about making content that's related to the stock market. So let's dive into the market over here. We also have a viewer on Twitch saying hello. We got Joe. What's up, Joe? How's your day, my friend? Hopefully you had a banger FOMC day. We're gonna get ready for all things August 1st by heading over to the full screen. On the full screen here, you can see the QQQ, but I'm more interested to talk about the stocks that report after hours first, because we want to read how they reported, how their earnings reports came out, and does the after hour move correlate with the earnings move itself? Does it coincide with it, or does it have completely different moves aside from the earnings report, at least from what the earnings report suggests? So let's go dive deeper into most of these stocks over here, starting with the top of the name, top of the board, META. Monster run up back to the upside on Meta after pulling back to this 450 460 area, finding support, breaking all the way back into 500s, showing you that there's still buyers in this area. We wanted to see if buyers would show up here, and that's exactly what ended up happening. You got a beautiful $10 risk, and you got more than $10 worth of reward on that earnings play. For those of you who are those YOLO traders, you know, those traders who like to bet before earnings, the YOLO traders, you all got paid. But now the question is, where does the stock go from here? Start with earnings report on META. I think I can close this. I don't need that anymore. All right. Meta reported second quarter revenue of 39 billion, beating estimates of 38 billion. Company reported EPS of 5.16 per share, beating estimates of 4.73. Revenue is up 22% year-to-year basis. Family daily active people were up 7% year-to-year, 3.27 billion. Ad impressions on average price ad both jumped by 10% year-to-year. Costs and expenses came in around 24.22 billion, up 7% year-over-year. Capital expenditures came in at 8.47 billion. Company ended the quarter at 58.08 billion in cash. We have a strong quarter, says the CEO. Outlook: Meta expects third quarter revenue to be in the range of 38.5 to 41 billion versus estimates of 31.31, so above expectations. Meta still expects full year 2024 total expenses to be in the range of 96 to 99 billion. The company expects full year 2024 capital expenditures to be in the range of 37 to 40 billion versus its prior guidance range of 35 to 40 billion. So they're upgrading the bottom line, but the top line is still pretty much the same, showing you that the inflation and just in general they're having to spend a little bit more just to operate servers, R&D, and a bunch of other stuff in general. So total expenditure going up slightly. For Reality Labs, we continue to expect 2024 operating losses to increase meaningfully year to year due to our ongoing product development efforts and investments to further scale our ecosystem. So Reality Labs, not sure what that is, maybe something that they acquired recently, but that one taking a beating, taking more and more losses. I guess, obviously as you're pouring money into the R&D, you're burning cash as they're trying to develop something good, and all over the growth is not really there because you're not really being able to sell anything, right? So Reality Labs taking a little bit of a beating, probably part of the reason why their expenditure is going up a little bit too. Overall though, in regards to Meta itself, parent company of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, what else do they own? What else do they own? Metaverse, right? So parent company showing you that there is growth about 22% year to year on the company overall, and they are active user bases is actually higher. Surprisingly enough, I'm guessing most of that is just Instagram, because who the hell uses Facebook anymore? But the Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all of it combined, active user data is showing you that there's a 7% increase. Shout out to Meta, and that obviously taking the stock right back to the upside, all the way above $500. Let's kind of fix this chart here for ourselves. There we go. All the way back to the north side. Getting above 500 is good, but it's more so this for me, this last week's high. So notice how we kind of break past last week's high, but then we pull back into last week's high and we settle here for a little bit, and then we break out for another run past north. So this is where I'm expecting my first area of defense to come in, like not really 500. It would be nice if the stock was clean on the way down and held 500, but I'm not expecting it to be that clean. So on any pullback, I want to see the last week's high around 495 show me some support, allow us to get long into this buying zone, because if we do get under this buying zone over here, it would almost put this buyer into contention, right? It would put this buyer into contention. This buyer will be now asking, where should my stop be? And their stops could be possibly at the low of this candle, at the low of this candle. They're not going to hold their average price all the way back into today's high. If we go all the way back down there, their stops are going to get triggered, and they're most likely going to look to take losses on that trade. But if that area does end up holding, more buyers come in, that just gives the stock more juice to the upside, showing you that this buyer is still active. Based off of this buyer, more buyers are coming in, like myself. So last week's high, that's what I'm going to actually mark in. Last week high, 495.22 to 500 as a support zone on Meta to keep an eye out for. Now, as for resistances, I mean, we have the all-time high, I believe, which is 531. Let's kind of zoom out there. 542 all-time high. We have the last month's high. You can see how the last month's high is $522. 514, which is actually a line that I have drawn myself, not something that the technical levels are coming from. But right here, this day's high, 514, is exactly where the stock popped into in the after hours and showed you the high move complete top at 514 or so. So some of these tech levels will be very important. I have some of them mapped out for myself, which are the orange ones that don't have any text above them, but the ones that do have any text above them and they're orange, yellow, green, whatever colors, they're more technical levels, like last week's high, last month's high, last year's high, and so on. High, low, whatever. So we got a bunch of levels over here to play with on Meta. Very excited on any pullback, and we do find buying above 500 or even 495. I am bullish. But if there's no buying above 495, meaning we are finding selling below 495, there's a good chance the stock pulls back. But based on the report and based on this move, we should not see that happening. We should not see that happening, because if we do, then what the hell is going on in Meta in the background? Is there more darker secrets in the closet that we don't know about, and people are just smashing the sell button on that stock for some reason? At which point, look short, right? Okay. Only look short though if we're finding selling under 495. I would not try to look short above 495. I think you're just asking for a death warrant. If the stock is going like at 550 or something, 540, then yeah, looking short there is also not a wrong idea. But at the moment, with where the stock is, I'm imagining a nice pullback for us to get long into. The next stock that reported earnings today after hours is ARM Holdings, one of the biggest semiconductor providers out there in the world. ARM. Let's go find out how they reported. Sadly, we see that they moved down on the report itself, but let's go see what the report actually is. ARM reported quarterly EPS of 40 cents per share, beating estimates of 34 cents per share. Quarterly sales clocked in at 939 million, beating estimates of 902 million, which is about 4.02%. Company reported license and other revenue came in at 72% up year to year. Wow. Due to signing of multiple high-value license agreements. Okay, royalty revenue came in at 467 million, up 17% year to year, driven by rapidly increased penetration, I love that word, of ARM9 based chips and strong growth in premium smartphones. ARM said it saw growth in operating income growth, resulting to 47.7% upside. AI demand and rising CSS adoption across major market segments drove record revenue. ARM sees outlook coming in for the second quarter in the range of 780 million to 830 million versus 804. So that might be maybe why the stock dropped a little bit. EPS, they're expecting 23 to 27 versus estimate of 27. So the low end is quite a bit lower than what the estimate is, but where the high end is also quite a bit higher than what the estimate is. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, on either side of the fence for the revenue. But EPS, you know, the EPS, the high end of their estimate is actually the estimate itself, and the low end is quite a bit lower than the estimate. So the outlook not looking so great. However, you know, they are showing you growth, 72% increase. They did say that, you know, this could be like a one-time growth type of thing. We just signed a bunch of high-value license agreements. It doesn't mean that we're gonna keep on signing more and more agreements in the future. So you know, you're seeing that growth come in and kind of already being bled into the market or into the stock. Sorry. You know, those signings and those agreement newses, is that even the right plural word, or is it just news? News is probably the plural word for news, right? But those agreement news probably came out long time ago, and when those news came out, the stock already keeps going up and up and up, and now when the report comes out, you know, they are kind of selling the news instead of buying the news. Usually it's buy the rumors, sell the news. They bought the rumors when the rumors came out, and now they're selling the news, if you were to ask me. More so though, it's this part right here where the EPS is pretty much lower than the estimates. Earnings revenue range is also a little finicky, not the best range over there for the future. ARM also has had a significant year to the upside, right? If you look at the stock from IPO till date, this has been a special case. And it's very rare that stocks at IPO do things like this and you know, end up setting up for monster moves like this. But that's the beauty of the stock. This is a semiconductor name, one of the biggest semiconductors out there in the world. It was previously going to get bought out by Nvidia, and DOJ came in and they said, hey, monopoly clause, if you buy out ARM, you would be too big of a semiconductor company and we can't let you do that. You would be running a monopoly. So they came and blocked that deal. So ARM, which is run by SoftBank, shout out to your boy Miyasoshi-san from Korea? No, Japan. From Japan. Almost fucked that up. Cool. But yeah, ARM, beautiful move over here. You from IPO. If you even look at it from year to date, that year to date, no shot. I want year to date, thank you. If you even look at it from year to date, that's from $65 to $188. That's kind of insane. How much is that? 173% rise to the upside. And even with this beat on the EPS and revenue on today's numbers, the future doesn't look so good for them apparently. So pushing back. Now I will say there is growth, right? We are seeing growth on the stock. Expecting the stock to really crush to the downside will be a little crazy for me. We are pushing into what seems to be right into last month's low. So if we find support into last month's low, I would be interested to find last month low. I would like to see how the stock would behave into this 122 to 120 area, and if we pull down there, find some buying into these lows, I think we could, you know, find a good opportunity to get long. Is that around 120? That's 108. What is that area? That's around 120 right there, 118.50. And you can see we consolidated between 108 to 118 for quite some time, and then we broke out to the upside. Even after breaking out, we pulled back and then found a little bit of a wiggle into that 118 to 120 area before really breaking out. So the stock pulling back almost into these zones, getting a little exciting for me. I would love to see if buying can come in into this 120 pocket, at which point we could get long. For now though, you can already see how the stock is trying to reclaim what is this day? Tuesday. It's trying to reclaim Tuesday's low. We broke down, bounced off of Tuesday's low, and then kind of consolidated, created a bear flag, classic bear flag pattern over here, and then pushing back down, getting under Tuesday's low, but finding support above last month's low and trying to reclaim Tuesday's low. So let's see if the stock can reclaim Tuesday's low over here around $129. I'm gonna say 129 to 130 is a nice little pocket to see how the stock reacts. Above that, we have this obvious double top where the stock kind of curled from into $135. Ooh, that's exactly 135. I love it. So marking these couple areas for myself here on ARM. On any pops, if these areas find rejection, I'll be sad to see it rejecting these areas because the report wasn't really that bad. But obviously the stock market is all about the future, and the guidance for this stock is not really screaming amazing. It's not screaming doomsday either, but it's not really screaming amazing. So because of that factor, pops into today's low of 138, 139 into 135, which is that double top into the after hour, or could possibly find some selling for us to look for shorts on intraday opportunities. Okay. Oh my, Qualcomm, look at that, pops right into last month's low, bang, rejected right from there into today's high, or sorry, yesterday's high, also kind of today's high. So pushing right into yesterday's high, today's high, and just kind of settling over there. So clear rejection into this 195, 194 area for Qualcomm today in the after hours. Why did the stock even pop up there to begin with? And then why did it sell so hard right back down? What was so negative in the report that they had to hit the sell button that hard? Let's go find out. They had to hit the yay button on that bad boy. All right. What's up, Angry Buddha? Bad boy Buddha in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, you guys like that? Alliteration. Bad boy Buddha. BBB. What happened? What happened? Qualcomm reported third quarter revenue 9.4 billion, up 11% year to year. The total beat on street estimates came in at 9.22 billion, so they beat the estimates. The company reported earnings per share 2.33 versus 2.25. By segment, the company reported 8.1 billion revenue for QCT and 1.3 billion for QTL, up 12 and 3% year to year. QCT revenue broke down as below. Headsets 5.9 billion, up 12%. Automotive up 87%. Internet of Things down 8%. Okay, the company said it secured more than 10 new design wins for automotive in the third quarter. Our third quarter results, I don't really care to read all that. We are excited for the launch of Snapdragon, okay, for PCs that deliver leading performance, unmatched power efficiency, and personalized AI experience. They're trying to compete with Intel and shit, right? or Intel and AMD. The launch representing a significant milestone or transformation from a communications company to a leading intelligence computing company. That's actually crazy. Hold up. I didn't know this. Sounds gay. Shut up. I don't know, Lenovo made chips like that, or sorry, not Lenovo. Qualcomm made chips like that for PC. Isn't this what like Samsung phones use? Pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, if they're trying to compete with Intel now, that's fucking good for them. Good for them. Trying to compete with Intel and thing. Headsets? Handsets. Oh, I read that as headsets. Handsets. Okay, that's basically mobile phones, auto cars, Internet of Things, basically everything else in general that connects to internet, like these light panels and so on, or even your ALEXA or your GLE home and so on. So all that fun stuff over there. Overall, stock did go up at the time of the report, but we saw that it got smacked right back to the downside. So some tech levels over here for us to play with. You can see how a lot of tech levels over here. Last week's low was exactly today's low. Yesterday's high, we got yesterday's low, which is basically Tuesday's low, but those numbers will carry over for tomorrow into today's high, today's low, and then last week's low, last month's low. So a bunch of these tech levels very close to where the stock is, and we're already seeing a clear resistance into one of the big tech levels. So Qualcomm, looks like the report was good, right? They are showing growth on most part of the business. One business taking a little bit of a hit, but that's being overpowered by other businesses, so that's pretty good overall. They're making money and they're growing. Let's see how their competition with Intel and AMD comes out in the future. It's a race for computational power at the moment to supplement the race to artificial generative intelligence, AGI. Guessing that's what that means. So let's see what Qualcomm can do in the near future. My friend works at Dell and saying people were returning the Intel chips and they might be switching to Qualcomm. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Corsair tomorrow. Wish me luck. Well, buddy, Corsair already killed my dad. My dad's dead thanks to Corsair, so I don't know what to say. I told him to go long, put a stop under $10, and the very next day it broke $10 and it flushed to $8. So I don't know what to say. Well, good luck to you. Yeah, obviously Corsair reporting tomorrow, apparently pre-market or after hours. Not sure. Either or. Reporting tomorrow. My dad is invested in Unity. 8 more days for that until he thanks me, because this stock is gonna go right back into $20 or something. He's gonna thank me for that. Good luck for anyone on that trade. However, we're on Carvana. Good luck, Mikey, on Corsair, and also thank you for the 5 months. Gang shit, brother. Qualcomm makes chip for 5G, 6G. Yeah, but that's how your brain gets rotted, right? By these 5G, LTE, 6G towers. And then your brain's getting cooked and your body's getting cooked and you're getting cooked by all these radiations and so on. Birds aren't real, guys. Birds aren't real. If you guys believe that birds are real, you guys are crazy, man. Birds aren't real. They're government spy drones, okay? They're government spy drones.
Wish me luck.
Alright, guys. Go check it out. Birdsaren'treal.com. Birds aren't real. They're basically government spy drones. Go check it out. Not sponsored by them. All right. Since we have two pretty decently large size semiconductor stocks reporting tomorrow, and we also had one reporting last night, AMD, it's probably worth watching the overall sector. Angry Buddha just called out SOXL, which is a 3 times leverage ETF to the long side. SOXL, Nvidia is possibly another good stock to keep on your watch. So make sure you're looking at the sector. How's the sector moving? Are your stocks moving along with the sector? Are they moving away from the sector? If they're moving away from the sector, are they moving along with the market? So a bunch of questions over there for us to see. And if all the things are checking off in your books, possibly that's the stock that you really push your chips in and size up on it for the day and see what happens. Now we go to Carvana. What in the hell, Carvana? All right. Carvana reporting 3.41 billion, beating estimates at 3.22. EPS coming in at 14 cents per share, beating estimates a loss of 12 cents per share. Okay. Carvana sold 101,440 cars in the first quarter, up 33% on a year-to-year, which helped revenue jump 15% year-to-year. Net income was 48 million, and net income margin was 1.4 in the second quarter. Company reported operating incomes at 259 million and adjusted EBITDA at 355 million. Carvana's second quarter results clearly demonstrate the differentiated strength for our customer, offering a business model where not only led the industry in retail unit growth, we accelerated in Q1 from Q1, but also delivered 1.4 net income margin and new record 10.4% adjusted EBITDA margin, which sets an all-time high watermark for public automotive retailers. We couldn't be prouder of our team and remain just ambitious looking forward as we tackle the many opportunities to make our business and customer offerings even better. Blah 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 blah. Carvana anticipates a sequential increase in retail units sold in the third quarter compared to the second quarter. The company expects a full year 2024 adjusted EBITDA of 1 billion to 1.2 billion. What the fuck? Are these guys cooking their books? How is this even real? I mean, this is gonna put a lot of shorts offside on Carvana. This is getting a little exciting. This is getting very exciting if you ask me on Carvana. Carvana, nah, they are just cooking. That's right, they are absolutely cooking at the moment. Where is Finviz? CVNA. What's the short float on the stock now? 18.73%. And you gotta realize, year to date, the stock went from $40 to now what, above 150? 1 year ago, the stock was at like $10. $10 in December 2022, and here we are at 150. So a little crazy. Some of these shorts obviously are busted out, but all of these brings in more shorts, more and more shorts. And look at this, every single anchored VWAP from earnings that we have just keeps pointing up, up, and up. This stock is absolutely insane. Either they're cooking their books, or as Angry Buddha said, they are cooking at the moment, selling them cars, flipping them cars faster than SpongeBob flips Krabby Patty burgers, baby. So shout out to Carvana, and now we're getting ready to see where the stops are for the shorts. Where do you get hurt? When do you get hurt so we can join that side and you know, ride it to the upside? Look at that right there. The most recent high is now basically being used as a support on this stock. So 147 to 145 to 147 basically is kind of being used as a support. It's a little choppy. The stock is going to go nuts tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely crazy. You're gonna see, you know, possibly new short sellers coming in, old short sellers getting busted out, new long momentum coming in. So it's gonna be all over the place. Probably the most hyped up stock tomorrow to trade. So I'm gonna obviously be watching it without a doubt. I'm very surprised that we got above this 147 area and are actually using it as a thing. I'm even more surprised that the company is saying that they are, you know, going to bring in $1 billion this year compared to last year. They brought in 300 million only. So where is this growth coming from? I mean, Jesus Christ, absolutely insane. Shout out to them though. Shout out to Carvana, the car vending machine company. They're basically a vending machine for cars, and that model is apparently, you know, finger licking good. Lol, that company going bankrupt does $5 a share to 150. Exactly, almost going bankrupt not too long ago. So it's kind of insane to see what's going on. I mean, if this is true and they're not, you know, bullshitting on their numbers, then has to be one of the biggest turnaround story besides Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie and Fitch was one of the biggest turnaround stories I've ever seen. I mean, that's an insane move to the upside. But Carvana, from bankruptcy to hero, from zero to hero, showing you that anything is really possible if you set your mind to it in this world. So we gotta love it. This just makes everything more fun. As long as the stock is honestly above 147, 145 tomorrow, that opens up a lot more upside. A lot of upside opens up. But if we're, like, you know, right back into this pocket, then I'm kind of turned off a little bit. I don't want the stock to be in that pocket. I much rather us find buyers above this area, because the longer we spend above this area, the more the shorts are scared, and the more the shorts are scared, the higher the stock keeps on going. It's as simple as that. Next stock that reported earnings today after hours, Western Digital. I actually traded Seagate the day Seagate reported, STX. So I have a good memory of how Western Digital, Seagate trades. I trade them quite a bit. Let's go take a look at how their report came out. Western Digital reported EPS of 1.44, beating estimates of 1.18, about 22% beat. Company reported 3.76 billion compared to estimates of 3.74 billion, about 40% increase from same period last year. So 40% growth. That's amazing. Cloud represented 50% of total revenue, and the company attributed sequential growth to higher nearline shipments and prices in hard disk drives, coupled with increased bit shipments and prices in enterprise solid-state drives. Client represented 32% of total revenue, 18% of consumer represented total revenue growth. Sequential decrease due to lower flash disk drives, partially offset by both flash and hard disk drives. Fourth quarter outlook, this is what we want to see. Earnings in the range of 1.55 to 1.85 versus 1.18, so beating the estimates for their EPS. And revenue 4 to 4.2 billion versus 3.74 billion, beating on that side too. So I'm expecting the stock went higher, but looks like as I continue reading over here, it says Western Digital shares are down 4.5% at the time of the report, which is pretty surprising. I mean, look, they beat their EPS quite drastically. They grew the company by 40% year to year on the revenue side. They're showing growth on client side and a little bit of decrease on growing short on the cloud side and a little bit decrease on the client side. Obviously, as a lot of people are moving to cloud space through Apple, through Microsoft, through Google, and so on. Not as much hard drives are being need to buy unless you're a gamer like me. The chances that you need 1 terabyte hard drive or even multiple 1 terabyte hard drives are very low, right? Very low. So I can understand that part coming into a little bit of contention over there for them, but still showing you 40% growth on revenue year to year. So anyone complaining that this company is not growing are crazy to me. But however, a little bit of a down move in the after hours. I wouldn't really be too bothered by this down move until the stock actually finds selling under 63. If we start finding selling under 63, then I think there's some possible short opportunities there, mainly 63, because that's yesterday's big day low right there, right? If we start finding selling under 63, then you could say, okay, shorts on, game on, the stock is really going to sell off for some reason, and then we just stay away from the long. But if the stock is not under 63 and we just push into 63 and find buying, or we kind of push into higher ranges above 63, all of that is just bullish indication for me, and I'm going to start looking for longs on WDC. So watching this one without a doubt. Priority for this one is a little bit lower than ARM, Qualcomm, Carvana, and Meta, but it's a pretty decent setup that's lining up for me to keep an eye on. Here is a Bitcoin company, Bitcoin miner, not a miner, no, a miner, a Bitcoin cryptocurrency miner. Bitcoin miner, I think Mara reports soon. Yeah, Mara reports tomorrow. Riot reported today. I'm expecting them move down. Yeah. For the most part, I'm not too interested to trade Mara and Riot off their earnings moves, because yes, they move up or down based off of their earnings, obviously, but they more so move based on where cryptocurrencies are, where Bitcoin is. So I'm not really that interested to see how Riot earnings report even came out. Another stock that reported today that you guys could possibly do some research and find out how they reported is Paycom. The reason why I'm ignoring them is because the after hour move is a nothing burger. They popped up, popped right back down, very little volume, and just kind of settled sideways. I have it in my watch list, but no point in even wasting time on the stock, in my opinion, because even if we do pop, there's a lot of resistance over here, and even if we do drop, there's a lot of support down over here, at which point, I could easily see it not breaking below or not breaking above, but that could give you possibly a long down here over here, or a short up over here, or somewhere into these ranges if we do push into it. They are opportunities, but there's way better setups out there sighting up tomorrow for us to play with on Carvana, on Qualcomm, on ARM, even on Meta, right? So Paycom just not really making that cut for tomorrow. It's in the same basket as Riot. However, I hope some of these stocks, now Momo, you want to open up your eardrums a little bit. Some of these stocks setting up tomorrow for a possible big opportunity. I already have an alert on this stock possibly pushing down and breaking this big support area, or even pushing down over here, finding support and breaking higher, or just simply breaking higher on the earnings report itself. Moderna, mRNA. Pfizer recently reported, popped up, looked very bullish, but today got stuffed right back down. That kind of turned me off on Pfizer, did not look at it anymore. But Moderna, creating a really strong base, a multi-week base, almost a month-long base, honestly, being formed over here on Moderna, above 116, 115.5 area. Looks like a possible breakout for the short side, or even a long opportunity on the report. So keep an eye, keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you have alerts set up. Make sure you're ready to read the report when it comes out in the pre-market. But sadly, as whenever a stock reports in the pre-market, yes. Sadly, whenever stock reports in pre-market, they have their conference call. How did I do this? I forgot. What did I click on? I used to click on something. Calendar? Yeah, there you go. They usually have their conference call right around the time that they have the earnings report released, or during market hours, so after 9:30 and between 9:30 to 4 o'clock. So between 9:30 to 4 o'clock, obviously not a good thing, because they will move the stock maybe in your favor, which is good, but against your favor. And if you're not paying attention to the conference call and you're in the trade, it's gonna hurt you. So you got to be a little careful. But the conference call is tomorrow, 8 a.m. Most likely will be over before the market even opens at 9:30. So you might not have to worry about that for Moderna. Along with a couple other stocks that are reporting earnings tomorrow pre-market are Crocs, C-R-O-X, Mobileye, a name that I haven't looked at in a long time, a spin-off from Intel, actually owned by Intel, spin-off by Intel. They are the automotive side for Intel, so let's keep an eye on this stock, right? Mobileye, keep an eye on Mobileye to see if they report earnings, and if they move up and in return help Intel kind of have a little bit of a run back up north, because Intel recently broke higher but then came right back down. So let's see if we can help Intel, and if Intel can help Mobileye, and co-return help each other out. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. So reporting tomorrow pre-market, Mobileye, along with Crocs, Mobileye, and Moderna. We got Wayfair, very low on the priority for the stocks that we want to keep an eye on, but it's up, it's in there. Wayfair, let's see how this one sets up in pre-market. Then we got stocks that reported today in pre-market, or reported yesterday after hours, or throughout the week, such as Boeing. Boeing broke out but came right back down. A little bit of an indecision candle, if you ask me, right? You can see that there were buyers, there were sellers, and the stock kind of just got stuffed right into previous resistance. The question is the exact same question as we were going to needed to be answered today. Is there buying above 192.50? As long as there's no buying above 192.50, they're simply not looking too long on the stock. It's going to be hard to look long on this position if there is no buying above this 192.50 area. If there is buying above 192.50, then there is a chance that the stock pushes into today's high of 197, or maybe even higher than that. So maybe keep an eye on Boeing tomorrow. AMD, monster move on AMD today, but all of that was in pre-market. That pre-market move pretty much got negated, and we ran all the way back into yesterday's high over here. Ignore that move into 140. I think that was pretty much a fake candle, because there's no way AMD is going to move $2.50 and move $2.50 right back in 10 seconds and only trade that little volume. So TradingView has a wrong candle over here, and a couple other programs have that wrong candle too. Some of the other programs that my people in my office use, their charting software doesn't have that candle. So for a fact, I know that the stock did not break below yesterday's high, and you can see how we gapped up on the earnings report. We kind of settled in the pre-market, and then we just completely sold off on a false break of the pre-market high, which also exactly happened to be, look at that, right? Today's high, last month's low, only 30 cents apart. This is why these levels matter. The stock opens into last year's high. We kind of find support into last year's high, go lower, run up into last month's low, reject into last month's low, setting up for a monster short opportunity that you're basically holding for the rest of the day. All the way back into yesterday's high. Multiple dollar move, almost a $10 move over there. This is why I like watching these tech levels. Not only did it reject last month's low, it then goes into last year's high, tries to settle over here, rejects. That's also exactly where the stock opened at. But as a day trader, the opening price is very, very indicative. If the stock is able to hold above its open price and find buyers above its open price, that shows you that there is an active buyer and a hedge fund or some sort of a big money trader who's willing to fight for the price, and they have to buy the shares. They need to buy the shares. We don't know why, but they need to, and they're buying it around this area, and they are the one who are most likely going to dictate the way the stock gets painted, the chart gets painted, the VWAP gets painted. So if they're buying above the open price, that's great, but we did not see any defense coming in. That's basically showing you that all of this upside momentum was just, you know, retail buyers coming in, idiots coming in, for lack of a better word, and all of them getting slapped in the face by a big seller from around last month's area, and they all had to go find out where they stops were pretty damn quickly, right? So beautiful tech level opportunities. Always love watching this type of stuff on the market. If they set up, you got some trades, and the fact that we're right in those exact same tech levels on AMD, more trading opportunities showing up. If we push right back into yesterday's high, which is going to be today's low, or if we push into, I'm actually gonna put in that marker right there because I don't want this little candle to screw up my number. So 141.70, I'm actually gonna even put in yesterday's low, 141.70. I'm gonna put in my notes. So watching how the stock behaves on pullbacks, on push-ups, because maybe even ARM and Qualcomm's report and how they move might help AMD or might hurt AMD. So a couple other reasons to watch AMD over here. Obviously day 2 opportunity, but also some sympathy being sprinkled in from other stocks that reported recently. Next stock, Microsoft. I did call out this one picture perfectly, did I not? I said I expect Microsoft to be very choppy, and it just did exactly that. Chopped around, chopped around, chopped around. Good thing I stayed away from the stock, just did not bother looking for a trade on it. Most likely it's going to give you some sort of a long setup, but I'm not that interested to really look for a trade on Microsoft tomorrow. There's better names out there, so you know, pick your poison. Pick your poison. My poison might even be ANET. We called out this trade on ANET picture perfectly. I said look for the long. If the stock gets back above some of these levels over here near yesterday's high, yesterday's low, it could set up for a beautiful opportunity long. I actually got long right here, and then I also got long, I believe, right here. I also got long right there for a run into today's high. So a couple of good long opportunities that I caught on this stock. My number one trade on the day, I believe, was ANET. Monster opportunity setting up, and you can see how it ran all the way into $355 in the after hours, which happens to be right around last month's high. And if I zoom out, we're almost into all-time highs. So ANET making some moves, some waves over here for the upside. If we now pull back to 350, find buying above 350, which was exactly today's high, that's going to be a monster long opportunity. Look for ANET to pull back into today's high, find buying above today's high, and then run up. If sadly today's high, yesterday's high of 350 is not held, then you can look for around today's VWAP, around 342 or so. Yesterday's VWAP around 342.50. So I'll watch ANET without a doubt. This could be something like, you know, what was that stock that recently absolutely went crazy? Lockheed Martin, LMT. This could be something like LMT, where it pulls back into the day one's earnings day high, finds support off of that, and then runs higher. So I would love for that to set up on ANET. Pinterest. Why am I shocked? I actually traded this. That's right, I actually traded this. I got short right there. I got short right there on the brink of 32, and I enjoyed the ride to the downside. Big move down on Pinterest. It tried to recover some of its rally, but that rally got absolutely stuffed. Obviously very weak report, maybe not weak report, but the short sell report might be coming into factor at the moment, as they were kind of fluffing their report. Anytime a company comes out and says everything's good, guys, everything's good, please trust me, please trust me, they got destroyed, absolutely destroyed. Please share an indicator name for highs and lows. Well, the indicator name is actually something that I coded myself. I took someone else's code and then I manipulated the code for my own needs. I think that this person's code was called daily, monthly, weekly, highs and lows, and then I just took his code and then I modified it for my needs, where I added today's open. I might even add yesterday's close, made them different colors, made them thicker, or because I like them thick, maybe I like them thick. But just go look around in the indicator section in TradingView and just play with all the indicators. The best thing you can do in TradingView is play with the software. The charting software is free to play with. It doesn't cost you money to go play with the software. Yeah, it costs you money to have an account, but if you already have the account, it doesn't cost you money to go play with the software, right? So go play with it, put indicators on, remove indicators, any indicator that you actually like. Modify the code, open it up in PineScript and modify the code yourself. If you need help modifying the code, use ChatGPT. I even took this code over here, which was a anchored VWAP code, right? If I can turn this one on, you can see how, bang, this one puts in anchored VWAP for the daily moves and so on. Instead of me having to move my anchored VWAPs manually, they get put in automatically now. Saves me a lot of time to prepare for the stream daily. So figure out ways to help make your life easier, and if you're also smart, you could put all of these indicators into one big PineScript code and make it one big code, one big indicator, instead of different indicators, because each indicator takes up one slot and you're only allowed like a limited number of indicators depending on the software or the package that you're using of TradingView. So bunch of neat ways to think around. They gotta always use your brain, use your noggin at all times. Anyways, Pinterest, I think today's low at Pinterest coincides with a pretty big level over here. If we find some buying off of this area, there could be a long, but even if we do break below that area a little bit into $30.50, I think there's another long opportunity there. You can see how today's low is almost exactly that $32 from past. So 32 as my first support, below that 30.50. So if Pinterest does go to $30, I think there could be a long opportunity. But if we just keep on grinding into this 32 and find buying into 32, there could be another long opportunity over there for us setting up. But if we break below 30.50 and go much below 30.50, then Pinterest is doomed. However, I don't think that report was that bearish. EA Sports, we were very bearish on this stock, and I thought I was right for the most part, right? I was like, okay, if the stock is not finding buying above 151, which is a significant level on the monthly chart, it's got to be short. So I got short. I was deep in the money. I was like, ha ha ha, this is gonna be a big move for the whole day. The report was bad, blah 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 blah. Eventually stock popped back up and stopped me out, and I just said, fuck EA, I'm done looking at the stock. I made the right call, I guess, because eventually it did get above that 151 area and it started holding above 151. So I guess I was wrong by reading the report the way I did, and the stock wants to go higher, break that significant monthly level, and continue going higher. If that's what it wants, we're gonna have to let it do it. If we are actually seeing buying above 151 on EA Sports, that opens up some room for all-time highs and new crazy levels that the stock hasn't found out yet. So let's see what happens. However, volume today off the open was very light, so not too interested to really even look at EA Sports tomorrow. PayPal, There was a day two opportunity today, but I kind of missed it, so I'll talk about it real quick. So the day two opportunity came in right at, as you guys can see, yesterday's high. So this is kind of the opportunity that I'm talking about. Look at PayPal. It popped, it opened, wiggled around a little bit, and then the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes held yesterday's high and gave you a nice actionable stop to get long into. Boom, you got long, it pushed into $67 and then found some selling. So gave you a day two opportunity. I think there could be another long if we push right back into the 65 area and find buying above 65 for another move into 67. But if the stock is already on its way to 67, a bull flag into 67 for a move into 68, 69, 90 could be something to keep an eye out for. However, this is PayPal we're talking about, right? This is not Nvidia, this is not AMD or whatever. So I'm not gonna just simply expect those kind of insane moves on PayPal. It needs to really show me buying on the dips. It needs to hold at the very least the earnings day high. If we not hold earnings day high and push into today's low, I think that kind of kills the long idea. But as long as we're holding today's low, there could be some sort of a play there still, right? So technically you want to see the stock holding 65 and your stop is basically 64. As long as the stock is above 64 and 65, there could be a swing long even setting up because of the earnings reaction on PayPal. Last but not least, for the stocks that we care about, CrowdStrike, a nothing burger move today, just traded very much sideways, watched it for a little bit. Later on in the day, another company came in and said that they are also looking to file lawsuits against CrowdStrike. So right around here, I got short, and then I covered my short over here. I was watching to see if I could get short again somewhere, but I just completely ignored it, didn't care about it, took my money and ran. I was profitable, and I said thank you for a nice little gift off of that news catalyst. But based off the move before that news catalyst, the stock was just very closed in, chopping around in this box, is chopping around. So nothing burger move. But let's see. I mean, the stock has dropped quite a bit, right? It dropped quite a bit from where it was. People might be thinking to buy the stock for a long-term hold, for a swing-term hold. So we might be fighting some value buyers, some investors, and so on. So looking short hard on the stock could be a little wrong, but anything is possible, right? This company is very much looking like it's doomed. It's not, well, maybe not doomed, but it's looking like it's gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad tonight, right? And CrowdStrike in that basket of stocks that is looking like it could get hurt. All right, FOMC gave the market the bump that we were looking for, I guess, right? Obviously, don't want to see the market going down. Stocks only go up. So FOMC did give the market a nice little bump. That bump got rejected and then bought right back up. Even in the after hours, we rallied. I guess that rally was a little bit thanks to Meta and so on. So nice rally coming in. I guess it's it's about time. Market did go down about 10% straight from all-time highs, about 10%, and now we're getting a little bit of a rally. Let's see if the market can go back up to 480s with the help of Meta. And Meta going up probably helps AMD, Nvidia, and a bunch of other stocks in the semiconductor basket and the Magnificent 7 basket go up. And if those are going up, QQQ going up, SPY going up, right? 3% move on the upside for QQQ. That's beautiful. Makes me want to cry almost. So monster update. Big red day yesterday, the day before FOMC. So it's fun to see the market kind of recover on FOMC move. However, sadly, we've seen this happen very often, where the very next day of FOMC, the stock completely reverses. So You want to be careful of that move. You want to be careful of that move. We want to see buying coming in above today's high on the markets, on the QQQ, on the S&P 500. And you can see also how there's some couple major tech levels where the market could find some selling into around last week's high, around last month's high. Expecting the market to go much higher than this by the end of the week will be insane. I don't think QQQ goes higher than 480, 450 to 487.20 by the end of the week. I just can't see that happening, and I can't see S&P 500 getting above 556, 557 by the end of the week. It's just not possible. I just can't see it happening. So on that note, I have, you know, my boundaries where the market can go to. I have my supports, I have my resistances, I have my levels, and now we just get ready to roll the dice when the market opens up at 9:30 tomorrow. Let's go see what economic calendar says tomorrow, the day after FOMC economic calendar. Are you hot or not? Let's go find out. Just putting away some of these beer cans that I got going on from last night. Okay. Investing calendar, economic calendar from investing.com. Initial jobless claims at 8:30 a.m. non-farmer productivity also at 8:30 a.m. unit labor costs, S&P manufacturing PMI at 9:45, bunch of other manufacturing numbers and construction numbers at 10 o'clock, ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 o'clock. You got a couple bill auctions at 11:30, Atlanta GDP number coming out at 12:30, and some stuff after market at 4:30 from the Fed. So a little bit busy after FOMC. The main events are basically at 9:45, at 8:30, and 10 o'clock. Those are the times that market could make a little bit of a push on either side, either to the upside or the downside. So you might want to be... Did I get it? Please tell me I got it. You want to be a little careful to see what happens around these times. Don't make big decisions or before this time. You know, after this time happens, you could make a bigger decision than you previously wanted to, because now buyers or sellers should be, you know, coming in and making some decisions with you. But before that, if you're on the wrong side, sometimes it will slip so hard that you will not have time to even get out. So you want to be very careful. JP in the house. What's up, JB? Dougie Chill's here too. Crypto lost like a lost cause. Crypto like a lost cause. Bulls calls Nvidia. Not sure what you just said there, or am I just going crazy trying to read that? I wouldn't say that's a lost cause at all, man. I think that's a little bit of a crazy statement, calling that a lost cause. That's a little crazy statement, Dougie. Where were we? So yeah, 8:30, 10 o'clock, and then 9:45. Make sure you're careful around those times. IPO calendar should not have anything. Let's go actually see if we have anything for August. Yeah, nothing for August just yet. We just got to be a little patient. Anything can happen, anything can pop up, and when it does, we'll have some fun. Let's go quickly see if the September FOMC numbers have changed a little bit. They're still the same, 11% probability that the rate cut's going to be multiple basis points. About 89% probability that it's only going to be a quarter of a basis point. So this is the current probability calculations for the next FOMC date, which is on the 18th of September. Only 3 more left in the year, fellas. Only 3 more left in the year. Hello. Not profitable, range bound, not at 100,000 BTC. American Airlines, so cheap. Yeah, it's cheap for a reason. It's cheap for a reason. Also, what do you mean not profitable? Range bound, not at 100,000 BTC. How is this not profitable? I mean, yeah, if you bought somewhere here, you're crying. But I mean, year to date, Bitcoin is up how much? $74%. How is that not profitable? Anyways, My girl, learning WeWap, loving stocks more. You about to lose your girl, brother. You about to lose your girl to the market. You know, why does she need JP if she can get fucked by the market every day? Be careful. You about to lose your girl to the market, big boy. Ah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically all she wrote for today's stream. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hopefully, you enjoyed today's watch list. We got some big names: Meta, ARM, Qualcomm, Carvana, AMD, Microsoft, which is not that important to me, but ANET, PayPal, even some cryptocurrency names: Riot, Western Digital, not a cryptocurrency name, but a name. Tomorrow, pre-market, we got Crocs, Moderna, semiconductor names, along with Qualcomm and ARM, AMD, Nvidia, Micron. So bunch of names over there for us to be interested for tomorrow. Obviously, with the rally the market brought in, that gets things a little bit more exciting for us. So I'm excited to see how August 1st starts off for your boy and for all of us. Hopefully we all start August 1st on a monster note. I just posted the Linktree link in the chat. Make sure you click on that link. Check out my affiliate sponsors: Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga. You guys see me use Benzinga every day on stream, especially for earnings reports. But besides earnings reports, they have awesome other tools such as heat maps, like the one I just pulled up over here. You know, signals that you can scan for, price spike, options, block trade, halters, scanning tools, and so on. Amazing other tools, even charting platforms. If you are interested in that, you can directly click on the stock that you're looking at and basically open up that chart for you. Bang, right? Why didn't it open? Probably because I don't have it set up properly. But you know, amazing tools if you know how to use them and set them up and so on. I love Benzinga. Go check them out. Links in the Linktree link that I posted in the chat. Also go check out all of my social media links at the top over here: Discord, x.com, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. So follow. And if you want to support your boy TraderPrad a little bit more than just hitting subscribe and like and all the YouTube algorithm stuff, you can do so by joining me on Patreon. We have one Patreon member so far, and what they get is they get my watch list emailed to them every single day in the morning, exactly with what I'm watching, what levels I'm looking. Obviously you get to see me prep for them live on stream, but if you want to support me, you get that little added benefit of getting that watch list sent out to your email, and that watch list gets updated in pre-market throughout the day as I'm watching stocks, as I'm watching levels, and so on. So a little added boost for those of you who want to support your boy TraderPrad. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. Thank you for watching. It's time for us to go play some chess. Today, however, I'm not playing too long. Every day I say this and I play for too long. I am going to bed. As soon as I get my first win, I am done. I am too tired. I need some rest. I'm staying up too late every night. Staying up too late every night. And I'm not able to get up in time to go to work. It's fucking up my whole life. So I can't be doing this, okay? Can't be doing this. It's time to be a big boy. I'm a big kid now. Huh. Gotta do that. Okay. Puzzle. Daily puzzle time. Removing the urge to resign. Okay, now that's a hard one for me. You know that. Believe that. I don't understand this. But why couldn't I have done that before? Oh, because he was here. Ah, gotcha. Go, sorry. Go here and check. Make him go there. And then go here. Because he can't move anywhere. That's what I was trying to do earlier. But yeah, that makes sense. 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 Rest time, then boogie time. Yeah. Urban Trader says, play with me. No, you gay, dude. I don't play with men. Black to move. What in the fuck? Okay, there we go. Figured it out. Almost messed that one up. Thank you, Prad. Great show. See you tomorrow. It's almost time for the Z's. Indeed, brother. It's almost time for the Z's. Get some sleep. No support to you anymore. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Black to move. Can't take that. Do this. White to move. Is this a forky fork time? Is it forky pork time? Oh, this. Bang. Okay, last puzzle of the day. Black to move. All right, bang. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Time for a game, chat. Time for a game. I've been playing quite a bit of chess today. On the way to work, on the way home. I've been just sitting there playing chess on the way home today. But it's been, you know, a nothing burger event. I didn't go up. I didn't go down. Was pretty much flat. But unlocked, I feel like some new patterns in my head for chess. So watch this stuff, okay? Bang. What is he gonna do? Ah, thought so. So we go here. He's gonna bring one of those. Okay, no, he's not. So we do this. Now we do that. Okay. Now watch this, chat. Okay, now watch this. Now we do this here. Kind of fucking up already. This is being watched by both, so I kind of can't get that. Me can't get that. Me can't get that, mate. And no point in doing that either. If I take this, I just lose a knight for no reason. If I go here, he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna have a little bit of a backup going on. Let's just try to get some space while we can. This is actually a useless move because we're gonna have to end up giving him some space and we're gonna have to end up retreating. This is kind of a useless move, honestly. But not if he does that, I guess. Let's see what happens now. Dead, I'm dead. Nothing accomplished, nothing accomplished. Let's just go back. Comes this way, I take that. That's not a deal at all. No problem, because I just do this. Then you can come here and then I can do this if you're interested in that. Yep, okay, that's cool with me. Nothing watching. Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. Now I come in over here and I can ask you for a trade, but I know you're a madman and you're gonna trade. Also, it's not really worthy of a trade for me. So let's take this, force you to take this, and then I can come back and I'm not doubled up anymore. Okay, if you want to do that, really, I can give you an option to lose your queen too if you're interested. If you're interested, we could both lose our queens. Okay, you're not interested in that. I see, I see. That means your thing is mine then. Thank you. In that case, I grab this. Are you interested in trading queens? Let's see if you want to trade queens, my love. Okay, he is. He is. That's for free. That's protected. Let's go ahead and castle long side. Oh shit, I forgot about that bishop. God damn it. Give him some defense here so we can take that. Okay. Now we're kind of forking him. Okay, that's a defense, huh? Okay, now defend it. Go here. Go ahead. Take that. I take this. Back. Check. Come here. Come on, you bumbleclap. Come here. Let's ask him for a trade. Fine. Is there a fork anywhere? If I check him, he's just gonna come down and take that. So let's just protect him real quick. If I check him, I lose my horse, but he loses his bishop. Might as well fuck it. 9. Oh shit. Guy's so confused right now. Yeah, I need to fucking think really hard to not do that, bro. How do I not stalemate? Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Is that checkmate then? If I move this guy here, he can't go anywhere. Is that checkmate? If I go here, it's a stalemate, right? If I go here, it's a stalemate. Oh my fucking god. Oh. I didn't expect me to actually pull it off. I don't expect to pull it off. Oh, that was fucking crazy. With 27 seconds left on the board. Oh my god. What's up, Bong Beers? Oh, we actually pulled it off, chat. That's insane. Okay, 592. I got some journey to get to 600. We got a lot of journey to get back to 800 and then 1,000 and a lot more than that. Our ambitions are obviously through the roof, but we need to get our skill levels caught up. My early game's decent, but my late game's atrocious, man. Atrocious. But we stuck to it, right? One game, one and done. We hit all the stocks we wanted to talk about. We also hit chess for tonight. It's 9:30. Time for me to call it bedtime. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's play the outro. Catch you guys tomorrow for the final stream of this week. Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Sunday, 6 p.m. Come tune in to learn about how Apple, Amazon, and a bunch of other stocks reported earnings. We'll be going through their names and then setting... Oh my god, my hiccups. And then learning about how they reported to see how we can make money off of those opportunities. So tune in, let's have some fun, have a banger rest of your night, whatever's left of it. Hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show today. If you did not, tune in tomorrow to see maybe you like tomorrow's to hit the like and subscribe. Have a great night, have an even better trading session. TraderPrad out. Good night, peace, adios, mwah, bye. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off.
I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.